God bless everybody. Wanda Torres here, author of the book Finding It. If you've been with us the past 4 weeks, I want to thank you. And if you're just tuning now, thank you again. It's definitely been quite the ride. I definitely thank everybody for your constructive criticisms and your comments and the messaging that I've been getting personally. It's been great. We're going to keep going with this series. The first video we spoke about value. The second video we spoke about knowing what you want. And in this particular video, now that you know what you want, you've set your goals and dreams, we're going to talk about 6 steps, easy steps that you can take to achieve those goals. So these general steps that I had put together are not that of my own. I had actually read 3 books that I will be putting the name and author of each book in the description box, so you could definitely look that up. I'll even attach a link if you want to read them yourself. They're great books. It's 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, The Fierce Urgency of Now, and The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. So those are 3 books, definitely very enlightening. It's one of those kind of books that everything is good, but not everything would be applicable in that moment, so you can kind of pick and choose. I definitely should be in the box already as you're reading this, or description box as you're reading this, so definitely take a look. So the first step we want to talk about is doing everything knowing that your motivation was God. So you should, some of you might say, your motivation is God. Yes, your motivation should always be God, especially for us Christians. But when you were making the goals, making the boards, the vision boards, I had told you to kind of communicate with yourself and communicate with God, and allow what your goals and dreams would be to be guided by God. So if your motivation on the board was God, then your motivation should always be God. It actually says in Colossians 3:17, and whatever you do, whether in word or deed, do it all in the name of the Lord Jesus. Give thanks to God the Father through him. So just keep that in mind. It's pretty straightforward. If your foundation being your hopes and dreams, started out with God, just kind of keep them in any decisions that you make. Kind of do the kind of cliche, what would Jesus do kind of thing. Step 2 is you have to be willing to change. This is definitely a hard for a lot of people. And I'm not talking about changing to conform, but there are things that us as people start out with the habit of and then later need to change. So something that I have had to change is I am pretty straightforward. I'm pretty direct. I think of it, I want to say it, and I just say it. It comes out sometimes, but this can also come across as me being fairly rude. With that being said, I work at a place where we deal with people's finances, and dealing with people's finances, you also have people who lose their jobs, they can't make the payments this month, things like that. So when if I am just direct and to the point all the time, then I'd probably be fired by now. So I had to change that habit, or at least know when to have that direct approach with people. And it actually says in Proverbs 10:17, whoever heeds instruction is on the path to life, but who rejects reproof leads others astray. So just keep that in mind, the willingness to change. Don't allow feelings or your pride to get in the way of something. You don't want to get stuck, so the willingness to change. Number 3, you have to be adaptable. It is not the same as change. Change is you're changing something completely, kind of 180. You're just turning things around for the better. But the adaptability is more in the perspective of in the moment. So the adaptability, so if I am talking to teenage kids, I may talk to them a certain way, but when I'm talking to kids in that moment, I'm not going to talk to them about the sacrifice of Jesus in the same concept or in the same magnitude as I would somebody who's 17 or 18 years old. It's just adaptability. It's, again, pretty straightforward. Just you have to know where the line is, and when to kind of keep it together. Step number 4, always ask why no. So throughout your life, you're going to always have moments where you're shooting for a goal, and for one reason or another, you don't get to accomplish it. So I'm going to use the example as if, in the workplace, okay? So you're shooting, let's say, for a promotion at the job, and you're turned down for the promotion. You want to ask them, okay, when they tell you, hey, you didn't get the job, whatever the case may be, it's okay to ask them, can I ask why I didn't get it? They might tell you, hey, you don't have these 2 classes that you still need to train in. Or, or if you're an actor, let's say for an actor, you don't get the part. You could ask, okay, well, you know what, I didn't get the part, but is there something that I could do to improve my acting skills? Or kind of look at whoever got the part. I don't know if that's how that works, but you can even see who got the part, see what they potentially had done differently than what you did. You always want to ask why, because then the why is going to give you what you need to change, and then what you need to change allows you for a better step. So it's a great thing. Invest your time. Step number 5. Invest your time better than you invest your money. So people make billions of dollars off of the same 24-hour days, 7-day a week that you and I have. Now, not everyone wants to be a billionaire, which is okay. Not everyone wants to, but you want to have a sense of richness in your life. If you want to be the best mother you can be, the best father or sister, whatever the case may be. So how do we do that? How do we get that done differently? So the first things first, I am grateful that you guys are watching this on YouTube and Facebook, but if you are taking 30 minutes scrolling through Facebook news feeds, that's 30 minutes you just lost and that you won't get back. If you take an hour to watch YouTube videos, again, thank you again for watching this video, but that's an hour that you just lost. What could you have utilized that time with? Some people may feel like I am to the extreme, but I actually only allow myself to watch a TV show a week on Saturday. The rest of it, if I watch any movies or watch a TV show or something like that, it's usually with my daughters to spend one-on-one time. But the Bible does talk about having the Sabbath. So you want to be able to utilize and just be wise with the time. Yes, have those days where you're relaxing and utilize it for, spending time with your families, daughters, things like that. But you also want to be wise with your time. So if you have a Bluetooth and you have to make calls and stuff like that, put the Bluetooth on and make those calls while you're driving to work, so that time, that commute time, isn't dead time. It's time that you had been able to use time with God is never lost. So if you're utilizing an hour for prayer or anything like that, that's never lost. Time with God is never lost. So you just have to learn how to prioritize. Budget better than your money. The last step is don't ever be afraid of no. You have to be afraid of the yes you never tried to get. So always be willing to try. Try for the new promotion. And if you don't get it, you already know what to do. Try new things. Step out of the comfort zone and just kind of gun it for this life. I mean, we have life, but it's just too short for us to really kind of worry about the little things, or even worry about things that haven't even impacted our life yet. So just get out there. Just try it. Don't be afraid. And then I will leave this for you to ponder for just a week. Next week, you'll actually be hearing from Pastor Jose Mata, who's going to let you know how these steps have helped him to get to where he is. And then we will see you the week following. So, ladies, remember always, you are smart, you are strong, you are valuable, you're drop dead gorgeous, and you are so worth it. God bless.